I'll be presenting on protest as a valuable form of civic engagement. Protest is an expression of bearing witness on behalf of an express cause by words or actions with regard to particular events, policies, or situations. Protests can take many different forms, from individual statements to mass demonstrations. As you can see by this tree, there are protests range all the way from displaying signs, distributing flyers, all the way to lockdowns, disruptive picketing, strikes, sit-ins, boycotts, and they can be violent or non-violent. There are many protests that are going on in 2019, including protests against the Trump administration, protests bringing awareness to climate change, women's rights, LGBTQ rights, animal rights, and racism. So, unfortunately, I was unable to attend the protest that was in New York City, but I will talk about Greta Thunberg, who is a 16-year-old girl from Sweden, and she's the face of climate change activism. She led the largest climate strike in history with about 4 million people from all around the world. And she's a young girl, and she was able to make such a huge impact by speaking up and starting these protests that have spread all around the world. Her protests work because she uses both fact and emotion to get people's attention. She forces lawmakers to listen to her by bringing in what scientists have said, and also bringing in her emotion by saying that they are taking away her future, because there will be no future that is viable if we do not make a change. I think that protest is a valuable form of civic engagement because it causes an uproar and brings attention to the topic, especially bringing media coverage. And it forces lawmakers to listen, whether they want to or not, because a protest, if done right, causes a disruption with a lot of people, a lot of noise, and a lot of opinions. The First Amendment says that we have the freedom of speech, religion, press, petition, and assembly. So if we have the rights, I feel that it is good to use them, and it is a valuable form of civic engagement if we use it in the right way. So it doesn't need to be violent, but to get your point across, such as Greta Thunberg does, by using her facts from the scientists about climate change and the reality, and also bringing her emotion into it and the reality of it all.